bruv. I can load games faster than you can load your damn argument, bruv. That's how fast the Xbox is.
Damn!
Well, it would seem our bruv is bruvin'. Sir Bruvs a lot. It's starting to get pretty popular. All is going according to plan. Once I get this man big enough, then I will take all my clout back. Nah, I'm just kidding. I haven't been the king of salt for quite some time. These days, I'm more of an observer, watching from the shadows. And I can't help but notice that Reforge Gaming just wants to pick a fight with everybody who has anything positive to say about Xbox. He's been like this since the first time I came across his channel, and I haven't really talked about him that much because ever since he threatened to false flag us, I laid low. Not because I was worried he'd do it, but because I have to deal with like 20 other people trying to do the same thing to me. And yes, all 20 of them are PlayStation guys. Something about that fan base, I don't know what it is. Drastic measures for non-issues. That's the best way to summarize them. I don't even know any legit PlayStation guys that actually like them. It's only fanboys. So, of course, it's to be expected that Reforge's audience would bring a couple of fools video to his attention. The video where, you know, he's highlighting how nice of a feature Quick Resume is. To which Reforge went on to try his absolute hardest to rip apart for no reason, but instead, what Reforge accidentally ends up doing is Steelmanning his argument, because the man is only an intellectual in his own head. In real life, it was like that kid that used to show up to class all the time, lying and making up bogus stories like, oh, me and my dad went and hunted T-Rexes and Wolverines. Like, yeah, we know that didn't happen, but we don't say anything because some of us think the kid might be, you know, on the spectrum. That is the best way to describe Reforge Gaming. Just constant lie after lie and contradiction after contradiction. At some point, I'm not laughing anymore and I'm concerned. Luckily for us, Sir Bruvian went ahead and responded to Reforge, but he's an Englishman. He's quite nice about it. I'm an angry Mexican. I have a different approach. Go check out his response, but while you're here, you better watch mine and you better hit subscribe. Let's begin.
Who cares? Like, I'm drawn by games and quality. And the entire reason that guy did a reaction video to me is because I said, yes, if you suddenly jump into the Xbox Series X 5 years into the gen and you get to enjoy an ocean of Game Pass games, you've not lived through the dark times of Xbox. You don't understand why 4 years into the gen, someone like myself stops using my Xbox, which was my main console, and started using my PlayStation more. You don't understand that because you're coming to PlayStation late. I'm sorry, you're coming to Xbox late.
Oh, shut up, silly woman.
Okay, Mr. Self-proclaimed logician, how exactly does that work? You're implying that the Xbox is good now, yet all your other videos say otherwise, constantly mentioning how Xbox has no content, no games, but now you're saying, oh, of course, if you get an Xbox now you're enjoying it. Because now you're getting the games. Now you're getting all of that Game Pass content. But if you were here during the last 5 years like me, there was nothing. We were living during the dark ages where we actually got to play those games at release. It makes absolutely no fucking sense. He is inadvertently making the case that Xbox has games. That's the best part. He doesn't even realize it. This undermines everything else he puts out, talking about a lack of content, while he's telling a newcomer to the Xbox brand, well, of course you're gonna like it. There's a lot of content now, as if all of these games just released within like the last year. No, there's a bunch of games that have been collecting up on Game Pass over the course of like 5 years. They didn't just pop into existence all of a sudden. These were actively coming out during a time you were saying the console had no games. I don't know how you could be so stupid and easily overlook such a glaring flaw in your argument. The man is practically arguing that, well, yeah, of course you're gonna like the console. It's had time to build up its library like, gee, almost every other console. Every single system takes time to build a library. Why are we sitting here and pretending like the PlayStation was absolved of this and it had all the content day one? It didn't. It also had a very limited library. Look, I've been watching grown-ass men make the worst console war arguments for years now, but I think this one takes the cake. This one is truly pathetic. Reforge has absolutely nothing he can really use, but because he's so desperate to try and argue against it, he unintentionally steelmans his argument. Congratulations, stupid, idiot, moron.
So of course you think Xbox is great when you jump in 5 years in and you don't have to wait on the cadence of games. You get to boot up Game Pass and play Stalker 2 and Indiana Jones and Hi-Fi Rush and Forza Horizon. Just boom, 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 boom. You didn't have to wait 4 years to get 3 decent games. Like, my point was very fair to him. It was like, value is subjective. So yes.
Just look at that. Look at all the content he's listing down. Wow, you got me sold on this Game Pass service. Good job, idiot. I cannot believe this man is this stupid. Right off the bat, he just listed an insane amount of value and he didn't even notice. Man listed off 4 bangers that came out within the last, like, what, 2 to 3 years? Proving you weren't just sitting in limbo waiting for nothing. These games were coming out back then. More people are obviously going to enjoy hardware when they pick it up later on, when it has games. This has been a tradition of console gaming for many years. People oftentimes don't pick up the hardware until later on when it has content, but that doesn't take away from the fact that, you know, the content was being released in those 5 years. Listing off 4 games from 4 different points in time is not helping your argument.
Where do you get these fucking idiots, huh? Where do you get them?
If you don't do anything with Xbox for 5 years and then you jump in, your experience is going to be different than mine.
And yet it's exactly about the same as your experience on the PS5. You waiting for like 1 to 2 big releases that you never finish or complete. And then a drought, and then some games, and then a drought. Like, oh my God. I'm not even sure why we're just penalizing Xbox for this. Honestly, with how much content comes out every single year and how much there is to play, I wouldn't mind if both PlayStation and Xbox spaced their games out even more.
And then you're going to say, oh, Quick Resume is such a great feature. Not really. Not really. Pound for pound, point by point, it's not that great when you say, well, all you got to do is put your PlayStation in rest mode.
I mean, I've met cats and dogs smarter than
Reforge Gaming.
most cats and dogs are smarter than
Reforge Gaming.
What? What? Tell me this man did not just say that. Are we sure he actually played on Xbox? Because that is not even remotely the same thing. And this is a PC user telling you this, okay? We have almost all the advanced tech that consoles don't have, but we can identify that Quick Resume is one we don't have. As a matter of fact, only one console has it, and that's the Xbox. Putting your console to rest mode is not the same as being able to suspend like 5 different games at once and instantaneously go right back into them. That's some wizard ass shit, okay? I gotta give props to the software engineers over there at Microsoft. Consoles are still for peasants, boo, but I can assure you, you do not understand what Quick Resume is. You're a goddamn moron. Why you decided to open your mouth today is beyond me. The showcase of pure ignorance is just wow. You should start charging an entry fee because this is practically a clown show. All that gel for his hair ain't cheap. Membership goals gotta go up. So let's just talk out of our ass and try to act all smug and confident about it too. Oh my God, dude. How you didn't get your shit slapped in years ago is beyond me. Nothing is more annoying than watching somebody pretend to know what they are talking about and do it in such a smug, condescending way. There's no way you had friends in school. No way.
So yeah, you want to strut into Xbox 5 years into the gen and act like I'm the fanboy because you're having a great time. And I'm like, well, yeah, of course you are. You missed out on 4 years of waiting and frustration and disappointment and terribleness. You missed out on all of that. So you want to call me a fanboy and put me in your video, you go right the frick ahead.
You're being put into a video because you're an absolutely arrogant douchebag. That's why you talk way too much out of your ass. I'm not going to dismiss your problems with Microsoft and the Xbox brand. They're legit. But likewise, couple of fools' reasons for liking Xbox are also pretty legit, but then you wanted to respond to this with an outright lie, the way you're saying PlayStation has its own quick resume, insinuating it's rest mode. Are you out of your mind? And then you want to spurg out and raise your voice and then act all condescending towards him? How the hell did you ever make 50K subs? I don't understand. Your response is like that of a child. Man, you only like it because you picked it up 5 years later. Man, we do have our own quick resume. It's called rest mode. Man. It's just absolutely ridiculous to me that the first interaction Reforge wants to have with Couple of Fools is a console war interaction. I don't care. Let me make a 30-minute long rant on my stream about why this guy pisses me off because he likes quick resume and because he's enjoying his Xbox. Damn him! How dare he call me a fanboy? Just total lack of self-awareness, bro. Come on. How else do you expect to be perceived when this is your reaction to what somebody else prefers?
This platform is not doing it for me anymore. This platform is not doing it for me anymore. And you're not going to convince me. You're not going to convince me that like a quick resume, oh yeah, I'll go over there and play old games, second party and third party games on Game Pass, I guess, because quick resume's so good. Said he had standards, you don't, and you lack rational thinking. Have you falsified a single one of the things that I've claimed? I'm talking about my experience with Xbox, and it's so triggering to insecure people like you. You're insecure. You're like a little boy who, when someone says something you don't like, you just say, oh, well, you lack rational thinking. I lack rational thinking.
Oh, the irony. Like, yeah, he says one thing and he emotes the complete opposite. Do you know what I'm talking about? Man is sitting there 1 minute telling you you're a trigger as he flails his arms around, raises his voice and stomps and claps and gets really agitated. That tism that fuels his passion for winning arguments is taking over all reasoning. He's so dead set on winning this argument that he'll just lie to viewers' faces in the hopes that you'll go along with his lunacy. Looking around the room, nodding at the other PlayStation guys like, yeah, guys, we have something similar to quick resume, right? Yeah. The best part, however, is how he tries to undersell how useful that feature is for some users, but then quickly jumps to, oh, well, wait, well, we have something like that. We have something like that. That right there is his inner fanboy cheerleading for a brand. He has to make shit up in his head, downplay it, and then accept it and try to weaponize it. And he doesn't even realize he's doing it. Like, everybody else can read the room except him. I don't understand what his problem with people just enjoying, the Xbox console is. I mean, I personally wish people weren't console peasants, but you can't do anything about it. It's not my business what people like. But Reforge Gaming, he does try to make it his business. You know what's the most sad part about all of this? Is how Reforge has been gaming on Xbox far longer than Bruvian, and yet for some reason Bruvian actually understands what quick resume is as a newcomer more than Reforge does. Isn't that interesting? Doesn't that, just put things into perspective for you and makes you realize how much this guy just grifts for PlayStation?
Oh, this guy's an idiot. He's dumb as a brick. You don't know that it doesn't work with multiplayer games? It did work with multiplayer games, you dolt. It just didn't work for the whole part of it. And I've had it glitch out on other games. It glitched out on my daughter. She was playing Unravel 2, and it caused things to act funky. And then she was playing Little Kitty Big City, and it caused some weird behavior in the game. I've had to consistently reboot games for my daughter. Anytime she was playing Game Pass games, Quick Resume caused them to glitch out and act funny. And PlayStation has Quick Resume if you use rest mode, so who the frick cares? Like, people act like the Xbox's Quick Resume is some killer feature. What?
Still on about that. He still thinks it's comparable. Then he also goes on to complain about a multiplayer game on Quick Resume. Obviously, a multiplayer game is going to have issues with something like Quick Resume. The man just continues to lie through his teeth. Not once, but twice. He continues to try and convince his viewers that rest mode and Quick Resume are comparable.
I don't know. Maybe it's just specific games. Maybe like little, less polished indie titles like that have glitches with it or something. I don't know. All I know is acting like Quick Resume is a great feature on the Xbox Series X when my PlayStation 5 does it too. I just have to put it into rest mode, and I can literally, I did it just yesterday, boot bugs out, and acting like, oh, it only happened in Fortnite because it's a multiplayer game, you're an idiot. It's like, no, it's happened in other games as well. The irony of calling me a fanboy when people are acting like that's a killer feature. Really? Like, okay, I mean, it's not a feature that you have as a one-up over the PS5, because the PS5 does the same dadgum thing. You literally come out of rest mode, I click on my username, just like on Xbox, click on my username, I click on the game that I was last playing, and I'm immediately back in there. No wait, no delay, no...
Lying! Liar! Lies! The filthy earth boy lies! He lies! Lies! I was lying! You're lying! You're lying!
Shut the fuck up, you idiot. You look so stupid. It's 2025 and we're already starting off the year with the worst take. Oh my god. You cannot suspend more than one game at a time on the PlayStation 5, okay? We know it's not possible. We know it doesn't exist. Suspending a game and then going back to it whenever you want and being able to do multiple at once is the unique feature that sets the two systems apart. You could argue that's a selling point for some, not everyone obviously, but some may actually like that. And they're not comparable. The two modes are vastly different. Why you refuse to acknowledge or admit this has everything to do with your fanboyism, and you know it.
You're a liar and you know it. I own both. Xbox Quick Resume is seamless. Stop the divide between systems. They have its pros and cons. I'm not lying to you. I have literally had my Xbox Quick Resume act up.
Yes, you are lying. And your own viewers know it, you jackass. You know rest mode is not equivalent. It's not comparable. You still have to close down the game and open up another one on PlayStation. On Xbox, you do not have to reboot the game or close down a game to open another.
I'm not. Why would I lie about that? Am I out here click farming and rage farming with a video about how, like, Xbox Quick Resume is broke? Like seriously, think about it. What do I have to gain by claiming that I have issues with Quick Resume sometimes?
For the love of God, stop beating around the bush. You know exactly what upset people. You drew a completely false comparison between rest mode and Quick Resume. Your own experiences with Quick Resume, whatever. I don't think you're being genuine, to be honest, but that's not the lie. The lie is how this is comparable to a rest mode, and that is Sony's equivalent. Your own audience knows this is complete horseshit.
It's not that great of a feature is what I'm saying. Getting right back into a game immediately when it sometimes doesn't work right or causes an issue, and I have the same feature on my PlayStation. If you're trying to claim, that's what I was trying to point out. If you're trying to claim that it's a great feature over the PlayStation, I'm like, the PlayStation has the same feature. You just have to use rest mode. What are we even talking about? Lord Horg with a $5 super chat.
He does it again. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's the best part. That or he's just lying. Either of the two. Jumping between Stalker 2, Indiana Jones, and Hellblade 2 and Hi-Fi Rush is not the same as closing down The Last of Us 2 and then booting up Space Marine and then having to close down that and then boot up Black Ops. Putting your PlayStation to rest does not allow you to swap between games like that. This is embarrassing. The man is embarrassing every single PlayStation user out there by being a voice for them.
See what I'm saying? That's the irony, is the people that want to label me a fanboy, you're the fanboy. It's like, all I'm saying is the feature doesn't work all the time, and if you're doing one-to-one, pound for pound, the PlayStation 5 has the same thing. So if you're going to make a video and you're going to say, oh my gosh, I just love the Series X so much over my PlayStation, and you cite Quick Resume, it's like, well, did you ever use rest mode on your PlayStation? It's actually a great feature.
Oh my god, I can't believe this is so unbelievably stupid. There's no way in hell he thinks it's the same thing. He claims to have used Quick Resume a lot. He should know it's not even close. This would be like saying the Switch has Quick Resume or my Steam Deck has Quick Resume. No, putting the device in rest mode with the game still on is not Quick Resume. My PC can do that, and I can assure you that is not Quick Resume.
Of your BS, rest mode is when you rest the system? Yes, and it gets the same result. What do you care if you use rest mode or not? What do I care? It's just a different oh, I hit the button and my PlayStation's orange light is glowing. Okay, I get the same result. I boot up the system and I'm right back into the game.
What? No, it doesn't. No, it does not. Quick Resume is not setting your console into rest mode, you stupid, stupid man. Is he doing this on purpose? he does know there is a significant, and I mean significant, difference between jumping back into one game versus being able to jump back into 5 different suspended games. He realizes how different that is, right? Surely he must. Because his exact words were, pound for pound, they're the same thing. When the PS5 can only do this with 1 game at a time, while the Xbox can juggle between like 5 different games. So no, it's not even close. Imagine calling your own audience the people, giving you memberships so that you can buy all the stupid jelly on for your stupid hairdo. Imagine calling them the fanboys when all they're doing is smelling obvious bullshit from the creator they support. And this is your reaction. Everybody's wrong except Reforge, even though he is objectively 100% with empirical data wrong. Unbelievable what the ego will do to someone. We're witnessing it in real time. What a pathetic, sad individual. And shout out to Couple of Fools for making me aware of this video. Starting off 2025 with more obvious PlayStation fanboy lies. I'm hesitant to see what the rest of the year is gonna bring with it. But if you want to be here to witness it, then like, comment, share, and subscribe if you so choose to. Let this year be the year I reach 100K subs. There's not much in life I've ever asked for, but you know, if you guys can make that happen, then I won't ask for anything else. That being said, see you in the next video.
Free Congo sucks ass.